Hey everyone, how are you doing? Happy Tuesday. Come on in, everyone. Come on in, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Come on in, come on in, come on in. It's been a little while, but I'm here with you all today. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you all, but baby, yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We are going to talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We are going to talk. And let me mute myself over here. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, let me see who's here. Sleepy B, hey darling. Dimples Wimples, hey Jam. Jam said Jam gonna be back in 15. Okay, you better come back. Renaissance Woman, hey Sarah. Hey Sarah. Hey Donna. Okay, yeah. So yeah, yeah. How y'all been doing? First of all, my first question is: has everyone watched my previous video with regard to the astrological goings on of August 2024? Because August 2024 is 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 a real one. It's a real one. And there's a lot of things going on astrologically that have been in motion for a little while. Things are affecting other things, things are connected to other things astrologically, right? But today we got to talk about Mercury retrograde because lo and behold, in my life, okay, in my life, just a little bit. So far so good. But yeah, Mercury retrograde is doing what it's gonna do. So come on in. I'm gonna give everybody like another minute or two to come on in, and then we can talk about it. We can talk about it. So let me we and then we can talk about it. See, Mercury retrograde is doing foolishness right now. Okay. So yeah, you said you was hoping to hear me sound off. Okay. Luna Brain Fire Heart. Good evening, my darling. How are you doing? Dimples Wimple said the retrograde is grading. Uh-huh. And Donna said too much. You said you've been getting sick. Oh, I'm sorry you said boo. Shark Tank Life. Good evening to you too. It's 4:50 p.m. on the West Coast. I know it's a little bit later for you all, but yeah, it's a little bit later for some of you. Yeah, come on in, come on in, come on in. So yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde. And I kind of want to hear from you all how it's going so far. I know we're literally 2 days into the retrograde, but I want to hear how it's going so far for some of you because this Mercury retrograde is, I think it may be a little bit more strenuous on some people just because of where it is, where it's taking place. Um, so yeah, I definitely want to hear from you all. Okay, you need your headphones. Oh, it's stormy. Are you on the East Coast? Because baby, the storms and the weather on the East Coast have been doing their thing, honey. Sleepy B says I've been running around like a chicken with its head cut off, but I don't know if that's because of retrograde or me being a child of Mars. Okay, that's a good point. Oh no, my sorrow out here recovering from the Rona, from the Rona. Okay. Dimples Wimple said, too many people requiring energy I don't have to give. Yes, 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 yes. Lunar Brain Fire Heart. I always loved your name. You said, I am doing my best to watch my mouth and how I respond to these human beings. You know what? I have to agree with that. Kev, hey Kev, how you doing? Yes, a little it's a little, yeah. Yeah. It's a little It's about to do what it's about to do. It is about to do what it's about to do. And listen, there's really only 1 to 2 real ways to figure out if the Mercury retrograde is going to affect you as deeply as it does some people, and that is to look at your natal chart, okay, and run a composite chart to see where the Mercury retrograde is taking place in your chart to see what planets it's affecting, what houses it's affecting. But yeah, yeah, you just feel weird. There's a lot of energy this month. And once again, if you have not watched my August 2024 astrological overview, please, please, please go back and watch it, okay? Because the planets are definitely going to do their thing this month, and the energy is going to be pulling us every which way but loose. Mel, I was thinking about you. Hey, sir. How are you? How are you? How are you? Yeah, girl. These people, I'm glad I'm not interacting with people. Did I interact with people yesterday? I really didn't yesterday, which was good. I really didn't have to interact with people yesterday. So that was that was a good thing. Matter of fact, Sleepy Bee, I was up your way yesterday. I was in Oakland because the Oakland A's were playing the Chicago White Sox. So Mr. Hoodoo and I were at that game last night in Oakland. So I was up your way. I thought about you. I thought about you, girl, because like I said, I was up that way. I really hope you feel better too, boo. You hanging in there? How's everything? Listen, I'm hanging in too. I have been extremely busy over the past couple of weeks, which is why you all haven't seen me too much. I have been extremely busy. Right now, we are doing the let's look for a new apartment search. So we are apartment hunting, which means we'll leave at 9:30 in the morning and not coming back until like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And by that time, I'm too tired to try and put something together for a stream. So apartment hunting, yay. Um, we tired. We tired. So yeah, I mean, I don't really care about them fireworks because the White Sox did not win. So I mean, two terrible teams, but the Oakland A's actually won last night. I think we left in the eighth inning. Like we left. It was like 9 o'clock. It was like 8:50 when we got up to leave. We got up to leave. We were just like, you know what? This is trash. White Sox, I love you. I'm from Chicago, but y'all trash. So we got up and we left. Yeah, we didn't get home until like 9:40, 9:45 last night. So yeah, but I was definitely up your way. But we did have a good time. We did have a good time. We ate the things. We had a burger and like a Polish sausage and like fries. And I was thinking about you yesterday, Mel, because I was kind of getting my big back on. Not really, but I sure did have, okay, a Polish with grilled onions and bell peppers. And it was quite delicious. And I drank a pop. I had an orange Fanta. I don't really drink pop, but because of that, I have a pimple on my chin right now. So now I have to like put all my serums and stuff on my face to try and get rid of this pimple. Let me let me okay. So yeah. Okay, Jam says normally don't feel a lot, but right now I close myself in to protect the greater public. I listen, I feel that. I had to be an energetic hermit for the past 2.5 weeks. When I got back from honestly, when I got back from Boulay, I was exhausted. When I got back from Dallas, I was exhausted, exhausted, exhausted. And then me and Mr. Hoodoo, we kind of like hid out here in the house for a day or two. And then right after Boulay, I went to LA with Mr. Hoodoo. After we came back from LA, we kind of hid out in the house again. So I've been hiding. I have been hiding for the past 2.5 weeks. So forgive me. I haven't abandoned y'all, but sometimes I just need an energetic reset before the mayhem. So that's what I did. Hey, boo. Hey, Andrea. Hey, sexy. Yeah, I know Mel laughing because I'm talking about big back, big back. Uh, Yeah, yeah. We not gonna sleep it away. But yeah, so yeah, I just want to talk about I just want to talk about this retrograde because I really feel like this one is definitely going to be much more of the news maker. You know, Mercury retrogrades, and I'm gonna show you all. Let me pull up the the information page that I had up. Um Mercury retrogrades 3 to 4 times a year, normally when we're starting off a calendar year. In January, Mercury is either already retrograde or about to go retrograde. So Mercury retrogrades 3 to 4 times a calendar year, for 3 weeks at a time, just about 3 weeks at a time. And yeah, depending on what sign it's traversing through, because it will start retrograding in one sign and sometimes it will backslide into another sign. That's where, depending on the sign, that's where the mayhem is going to be. So let me is this the one? Because baby, yeah. See, my laptop right now is doing something weird. Um oh no. Oh no. Yeah, so my laptop is very much doing something weird right now. Okay. Um so for me, because I have an afflicted Mercury in my chart, um I have an afflicted Mercury in my chart. I usually get a lot of techie foolishness going on with me. Um, oh my goodness. Okay, let me go here. Okay, let's go here. Okay, open the tab, baby. Open the tab. Okay, yeah, let me bring this over here. Oh my God, where is it? Oh God. So, why did here we go. Here we go. Um, my entire search bar really just disappeared. So as we can see, Mercury retrograde is retrograding. It's doing the things because baby, like I said, my search bar just disappeared. So let me bring it back or attempt to bring it back, baby. Can I have that back, please? Send help. Send help. Okay. Yeah, I had to pull up another send help. Okay. Send help. Oops, I did it again. Said Mercury is conjunct Saturn is mental stuff with you. Okay. 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 Yeah. So yeah, let me because I want to show you all. Let me share this screen so you all can see. Um, I'm gonna have to go back in and fix some other stuff. Okay. Let me everyone let me know if you can see. So, okay, this is a table of Mercury retrogrades from about 2016 to 2030. Okay. So here we are. We're here. This is 2024. So we're here. So ending last year, December 13th, 2023, Mercury was retrograde in Sagittarius. Okay. And that moved over into January of this year. We remember April's retrograde, April 1st through April 25th in Aries. Right now, we are in the second retrograde of the year, the second full retrograde of the year. August 4th through 28th starts in Virgo and will end in Leo. Okay, so remember, Mercury is our fastest moving celestial body besides the moon. So Mercury moves through the signs very, very quickly. So yeah, Earth sign Virgo ends in fire sign Leo. So this is where we are right now. And that's why it can be, yeah, baby, Mercury retrograde is just doing its thing. I'm just gonna let it do what it do. I'm gonna try not to get frustrated. Yeah, girl, send help. Um, it just really, really depends on what's going on. Hey, 504, how you doing, girl? Not as a Sagittarius girl. Not as a Sagittarius. Don't do that, girl. But yeah, so as we can see that this is the retrograde. This is the period that we're in. So one of the things I wanted to show you all was how this chart looks. So let me add this chart in. Let me add this chart in so you all can see what the hell is going on. Okay. Let me know everyone can see the chart. So this is a chart for right now. Of course, the chart will look different depending on where you are in the country, in the world, in the country. But my chart is set for, sometimes I set it for, but this is pretty much the Bay Area, right? This is the South Bay Area. This is Silicon Valley, right? So as we can see, if we're looking right here, this is Mercury, right? That's Mercury, baby, up there. This is Mercury up here at the top of the chart, the little purple one right here. So we can see. Okay, so Mercury is retrograde. I don't know if you all can see it on the screen, but it's retrograde. Up here, and we can see Mercury is in Virgo. The thing about it is that, and I really think there's going to be a lot of travel and technology snafus this time because Mercury is starting its retrograde in Virgo. Virgo, although it is an earth sign, it's very, very detail oriented. Okay. It's very, very detail oriented. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, and it's about to square Mars in Gemini. Okay. Um Virgo is the details. Virgo is doing all of the things, right? Virgo is doing all of the things. And y'all want to hear something funny? Not funny, but funny. So Mr. Hoodoo, he was originally supposed to be flying to the East Coast today for work. Why his whole flight canceled? His whole flight is canceled. His flight is canceled. And I noticed that for him and for we usually have transportation issues and tech issues during our Mercury retrograde periods. I had to think about it for a while. This man got up this morning. Okay. He was at the airport at 5:30 this morning. His flight was supposed to leave, before 9 this morning. And we're in the Bay Area. So sometimes he flies out of Oakland, sometimes he flies out of San Francisco airport, sometimes he flies out of San Jose's airport. This man was at the airport at 5 something this morning. Okay. At 5 something this morning. His flight was delayed. Okay, great. Flight was delayed. No problem. It was still early enough. He talked to the lovely airline help desk representative. She put him on a later flight. She put him on the next flight. And for his inconvenience, she upgraded, his ticket to first class. So he had the first class ticket going on. He gets on the plane. The flight was supposed to leave at noon. Then it was delayed for 50 minutes. Then it was delayed again. Then about 3:30, he calls me and tells me that the flight has just been canceled just altogether. This was the second flight been canceled altogether. And now he's currently in the airport looking for his luggage that was originally put on the plane because the plane was supposed to leave. So these are the types of things when Mercury is retrograding. Mercury is normally doing some foolishness like this. I hope everything is going to be okay because Mr. Hoodoo has to fly to Korea for work, not this week, but in like 2 weeks. He has to fly to Korea for work. He has to go to Korea for work. And baby, I hope things get better because there's nothing worse than a delayed flight when you're in another country. Ask me how I know because it has happened to he and I. Delayed flights or almost missing flights, and you're in another country. Mercury retrograde has been retrograding. Donna says Mercury on our ass harder than drill rappers like I can't. Listen, it's hard out here. It's hard out here. It's hard out here. So now he's still at the airport. I think he just texted me. He just found his. They just found everyone's suitcase from this flight that was canceled. Poor thing. I asked him, was it anything I can do for him because he's literally been up since like 4 o'clock this morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the weather was bad, but yeah, just the whole, when you see those news stories about planes just sitting on the tarmac, planes just sitting on the tarmac for hours, that was literally the situation he was just in. Yeah, the weather is the cause. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You said bad, and yeah, he was going to the East Coast. He was going to, I think, Jersey, so New York, New Jersey area. Yeah, yeah. It's been bad. You said Mercury is your chart ruler, so you definitely feel it. Okay, girl. What's your ascendant? Your rising sign? Are you a Gemini? You a Gemini girl? Listen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The poor thing. He's been through it. He been through it because he had his breakfast sandwich, and then he was able to buy some food in the airport. But when you're a very large man like he is, that little sandwich isn't going to do anything for long. So poor baby. Now he got to ride back in this rush hour traffic. He said, "I'm sure he'll feel better once he's home and relaxing with his wife." Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to even bother him. I'm not going to even bother him when he comes home. I just asked him, you need me to do something for you, babe? I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to bother you when he come home. All he going to want to do is get something to eat and relax. He said he'll try again tomorrow to fly out for work. Baby, I don't know. But I was just like, I hope it goes well with his flight. I really did, but whole thing canceled now. Whole thing. You said you need a study guide for these charts, girl. Yeah. Oh, you Virgo rising? Oh, it's hitting you for real. Oh, it's hitting you for real. Yes. Virgo rising. Oh yeah, baby. We see it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honey, because this right here, girl, it's hitting you. How was it hitting you relationship wise too? Because as you can see, um, Venus and Mercury are conjunct right now. Yeah, how is it doing for you in your interpersonal relationships and stuff? Hold on a second, y'all. I'll be right back. That's actually Mr. Hoodoo calling me. So give me 1 second. I will be right back. Okay, everybody. Thanks for waiting. That was Mr. Hoodoo. I love my husband. He brought me some food back, even though it's him out there stranded foolishness at the airport. I love him. Okay, so you say you're a Virgo rising, so you're feeling it. So yeah, how is it going in your interpersonal relationships? Because Mercury is definitely conjunct Venus, and Venus doesn't do too well in them signs like that. So, girl, yes, don't I know it? Don't I know it? Hey, fuzzy girl. You know what? Go stand in the corner, girl. Go stand in the corner. What did you say? F that job. Mhm. Yeah, hey, fuzzy girl. But yeah, so yeah, no, I'd really like to hear from our good sis. Hoops, I did it again because I'd really like to hear how this is impacting you. I'd really like to hear how this is impacting you, especially with your rising sign, Virgo rising girl. Are you going through it? Are you going through it? But yeah, so I'm gonna probably put the link in the chat so people can come up and tell me how they're doing, because again, Mercury is in retrograde. It retrogrades 3 to 4 times a year. Right now, Mercury has started its retrograde in Virgo. It's going to slide back into Leo, and I kind of feel like that's going to mess with people's creativity in a little bit. But right now, Mercury is in Virgo, and all the things, the detail things, the technology things, the travel things, the I can't find this, the movement things. Yeah, Mercury is tearing it up. Another thing about this Mercury retrograde that's kind of messing things up is because Virgo is the ruler of the sixth house, and the sixth house is a lot of day-to-day things. So like your schedule, you go to work, all the day-to-day mundane things. And Virgo is also a mutable sign. So this is it's on chimera energy right now. I kind of feel like it's going to flow back and forth between so many different things. But yeah, the day-to-day things, the schedules, I plan this, we're gonna do this, it is probably going to impact. And it's definitely impacted me today because I had planned on doing some things when Mr. Hoodle was not here, but now he's gonna be here tonight. Like my schedule today was arranged because Mr. Hoodoo wasn't gonna be here at home and I can get some things done without him being here at home because he is a distraction. I really can't get a lot of things done when he's here at home because all I want to do is cuddle up next to him and let us watch movies together. Now he's gonna be home and I'm going to be distracted. So yeah, I really want to hear from Hoops I Did It Again, if possible, so we can kind of talk about it. So yeah, I'm gonna put this link in here in the chat. You gotta travel this week again. Okay, you said people not telling the whole truth and feeling isolated and things getting misconstrued when talking. Yep. Mercury also rules communication. So communication with friends, with family members, and then like I said, that Venus is conjunct that Mercury up there. So definitely the interpersonal relationships may take a hit. Fuzzy says, I've been unnaturally tired, just needed to lay on down. Okay. I hear that, Fuzzy. I hear that, Fuzzy. Yeah, Mercury is about to move into, you see Mercury here. Let me pull up the chart. Okay, so Mercury is here. Y'all see Mars right here? Mars is at 11 degrees. Remember, Mars and Jupiter are moving into this Mars Jupiter conjunction. Okay. Mars is getting ready to conjunct Jupiter. But look here, we have Mars here at 11 degrees. You come up like this. That's a square. Mercury and Mars are about to be squared. So spicy language. There's a potential for spicy language, um, potential arguments, potential misunderstandings. Potentially you may have to cuss somebody out. That's going to be coming. So this is a square. right here. So that's potentially going to be coming. Ooh, scarred. I told you where to go. I told you where to go. Okay, girl. I go stand in the corner. Oops, I did it again. Said, oh, I got sick the other day out of nowhere and stuff. Been getting in the way of my self care routine. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Your self care routine, right? Your routine is what you do. It's scheduled. A routine is something that's scheduled. It's what you do normally. Virgo rules the sixth house of day to day routines. There you go, right there. Kev said, I misstepped from a staircase last night and I fell face forward. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, Kevin. I hope you are okay. He said, people not telling the truth, causing issues and with family drama for me. Mm-hmm. That's that right there. That's that right there. Mm-hmm. That's that right there. Okay, you say you can't talk tonight? Yeah, no, I hear you, girl. I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, definitely, yeah. Ooh, Kevin, I hope you okay. Mel, I hope it's gonna be okay. Just make sure, once you see people for who they are, it's up to you how you're gonna deal with them. So I'll leave that up to you. You almost fell at work the other day. You had a mirror in your hands. Yep. Accidents, accident prone. Fuzzy said, cussing somebody out is definitely coming, but there ain't no misunderstanding. Girl, I hear that. You don't need to cuss. Oh, please take care of yourself, Kevin. Please rest up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this Mercury retrograde, again, like I said, Mercury retrogrades, and let me go back to the table, bring the table up. Mercury retrogrades 3 to 4 times a year. And we're just in the midst of this one. Now, I will say that um yeah, a lot of that travel stuff being canceled, flights and stuff being canceled on the East Coast. Can't even head out to the East Coast right now. That is definitely Mercury retrograde foolishness. Yeah, I never forget when my flight, yeah. Ooh, child. I don't ever want to be caught like that in another country again, but you can't really control it. Your check engine light came on. Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde. I'm sorry, Fuzzy. I'm sorry, Fuzzy. It's okay. The check engine light came on yesterday on Mr. Hoodoo's truck when we were driving back from Oakland. It's not funny, but like when I'm looking at stuff and I know exactly what's happening, sometimes all you can do is just like laugh. Like it's just like all you can do is laugh. So he's just like, yeah, he has a warranty. He's gonna take it to someone to go look at it, but sometimes all you can just do is laugh because it's just like eh, what can you do? Some of these things that are out of your control, you just have to deal with it. So definitely make sure and again, if you have not watched my August 2024 astrology overview video, please go back and watch it because I really quickly went over the things that are going to be occurring this month. So this is just the beginning. We have some squares and some oppositions coming up. Some squares, conjunctions, we have some T squares coming up. The energy is going to get much more tense later on this month, especially around the middle of the month, especially because a lot of the astrological configurations happening in August are happening in mutable signs. Okay. We already have, like I said, Jupiter and Mars are going to be conjunct in Gemini. We have this Mercury retrograde in Virgo. Okay. Saturn is doing its thing, it's going to be opposite the moon. And Saturn is in Pisces. We have the Jupiter, Jupiter, Saturn, and its foolishness. Like it's going to be a lot, and it's going to be very, very. I'm not going to say weird, but please, please, please be as adaptable as you can this month because the energy is going to be out there. Energy. Okay, girl. Yep, being kicked out of the system at work and access denied. Had to call IT. Same thing happened to Mr. Hoodoo on Friday. He was here at home. He went to go, no, that was Thursday. He went to log into his laptop and he couldn't log in. It pretty much told him that his laptop needed to be added back to the domain. And I used to work in IT doing stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, it needs to be added back to the domain, baby. So Friday morning, he was mad he had to go into the office because he doesn't go into the office at all. That man had to go into the office for a 3-minute quick fix for his laptop. I felt so bad. It's always happening to him. I need to check his chart. I need to check Mr. Hoodoo's chart. I need to call his mom and get his birth time so I can create his chart because he always has something. It's always something techie or car related to him, and I need to check his chart to see if he has an afflicted Mercury. Um, yeah, yeah, I need to check his chart, but yeah, I have an afflicted Mercury. My Mercury is in Pisces, so it's not that bad. It could be worse. Um, I can be very, very scatterbrain with my thoughts. So I understand where my scatterbrainness comes from. My Mercury is not too happy up there in Pisces, but it is what it is. Okay, hoops, I did it again. Said I'm stressing over that Jupiter Mars conjunction on the 14th. It's going to be opposing my natal moon. Ooh, ooh. It's going to be opposing your natal moon Pluto conjunction. The power struggles are coming. Is do what you can. That's all I can tell you is do what you can. Um, it's gonna be in opposition. Do what you can. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. If you do any type of magic or affirmations or whatever, make sure you start doing those now because yeah, that moon, yeah, that's gonna be. I kind of feel like you might have some type of. I don't know what you do for work. I kind of feel like that you might have some type of blow up at work or some type of foolishness issue at work with that whole power dynamic, that whole yeah. Do whatever you can to make it. That's why I said in that video, do whatever you can to make it during this month. Because again, depending on your placements, and as we can see, Hoops I Did It Again has some interesting placements. Depending on your placements, you may feel it, you may not feel it, or you may feel it a little bit. Okay. I had to try and check my chart and see what's gonna be happening. But yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared. You can. I see we're gonna have to start doing that. So yeah, we're gonna have to start doing that. Um, everyone needs to know their birth date and their birth time and their location because I can start pulling up people's charts and we can kind of review people's charts and see how things may apply to your chart, what part of your house, what part of your chart, how it's going to affect you, potentially has the potential to affect you. Um, if you know your what time you were born, you're good. I can make charts for y'all. But and we can talk through the charts. But yeah, for some people it won't be too bad. For others it will be. Like I said, and I already know my husband had a day. Your Mercury is in Virgo too? Oh girl, I can see that. With what I know of you, Donna, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. Your fiery self. Okay. Your Mercury is in Virgo. Your Mercury is domicile, but your Mercury is pretty domicile. It likes hanging out there, but yeah, you gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. If you don't know what time you were born, see, Fuzzy, I'm like you. I I don't know what time I was born either. So you would have to go to where you were born, the city you were born in, and have to go to like vital records or go back to the hospital and see if they have those records because my time is not on my chart either. And my mother had a C-section, one of the old school C-sections back in the 80s. So my mom was completely under. My mom was under anesthesia. You know, the C-section where they um cut you from fupa up to your ribs to get the baby out. Yeah. Um my mom was under, so she doesn't know what time I was born either and it's not on my birth certificate. So the chart that I have for myself, it's been interesting trying to figure out where my planets and stuff are, trying to, just going through different combinations to try and figure out like my moon and my rising sign. Especially like my midheaven and stuff. So Fuzzy, you will have to try through the hospital records or through vital records through where you were born. Baby, Cook County, in Illinois, and like the hospital that I was born at doesn't even exist anymore. So I haven't even tried, but that's part of the mystery, right? It's part of the mystery of who I am. But yeah, that's what you will have to do, Fuzzy. Yeah, it's not on everybody's birth certificate. Yep. It says your Mercury is in Taurus. I'm trying to watch my pockets, watch my mouth and myself. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Your mom just confirmed the time too. Yeah, like I said, my mom was completely under. So she doesn't know what time I was born. And it's not on my birth certificate. Trust me, I looked. So whenever I go back to Chicago, I need to try and see if I can find all that. But that's gonna be a process. So, because baby, I don't know what time I was born. All my mom knows is I was born between like 11:30 in the morning and like 2 in the afternoon. That's all she knows. So I don't know what time I was born. But looking at, I got a couple of options for my rising sign and I got a couple of options for my moon that makes sense. And then I got a couple of options for where my heaven is that kind of makes sense. So trying to rectify my own chart has been very, very interesting. Your Mercury's in Libra, 3 minutes before noon. Okay. There you go. Make sure y'all are writing y'all times down. Your birth date, your time, and your location. Make sure y'all are writing that down because baby, I don't know, man. Your Mercury is in Libra. Okay, you and Kevin with the Mercury's in Libra. Yeah, my mom was out. Your Mars in Virgo. Yeah. Girl, that's some conflicting energy right there. It works though, but I mean, yeah. Yeah. So I hope y'all Mercury stations direct on August 28th this month. So we still have a ways to go before Mercury stations direct. And then there is the post shadow period. Okay, there's a pre-shadow period and then Mercury retrogrades and then Mercury stations direct and then there's the post retrograde period. So, we're going to be dealing with Mercury. By the time it all kind of gets back to normal, it's going to be early September. So, just make sure that everyone, hold on to your butts, do what you can. Okay, you were able to make a chart, you're still figuring it out. Okay. Well, that's what we'll end up doing. We'll start doing like these going over people's charts in the chat. When I have these sessions so people can understand what's happening to them, what's potentially happening to them. So yeah. But like I said, Mercury will not station direct until August 28th. And then by the time it stations direct, it's going to be in Leo. One last thing I'm going to say about this Mercury retrograde. The conversations from the past are going to come up. Stuff you ain't never heard before from the past. Ask me how I know. Okay. Stuff you never heard before from people's past. People you were in relationships with previously, old friends, old shit you thought was squashed or people moved on from, thoughts and feelings and weird shit from the past, dreams about people you used to hang out with. Mercury retrograde. So do not be alarmed if you get a hey big head text from an old friend, old lover on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. If you haven't blocked them, their friend may reach out to you saying, such and such, such and such. You'll find yourself looking through old photos of stuff that happened last year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years ago. Just if it's already happened to me. It's already happened to me. Someone that I was someone from high school. Um, that was a bitch that tried to come for me. I can't help it if your man look at me. That's not my problem. That's your problem. Unfortunately, it just is what it is. Shit like that was popping up on my Facebook timeline the other day. I'm just like, why is this shit coming up? I don't like that bitch, and we ain't friends. Um, stuff like that. I've had dreams recently about people from my past. Me and Mr. Hoodoo yesterday we're talking about stuff. He was talking about stuff that happened to him in high school yesterday. So just, these types of conversations and situations, they're bound to come up during this Mercury retrograde. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. They will come back into your life. They will come back into your life. So, just block, ignore. Um, yeah. Block, ignore. Do what you can to protect your mental space and your energy because baby, that old shit gonna pop up. It's gonna pop up. I mean that's definitely peak retrograde energy right there. So make sure that you think about it before you do it again. Hoops, I did it again said, I watched your August forecast video and compared it to my chart. This energy is about to tear my life up. I keep getting heavy tower energy from all my readings. Yeah. The thing about the tower is that sometimes the dam needs to break and the pressure be released so that we can move forward or start again or rebuild. Okay. Sometimes when we have these pressure points, it forces us to figure out how to clear things up. Especially, like talking like with the T squares we're going to have. Um, Usually, the planet that's at the top of the T square, not at the opposition, but at the square, that's going to be the way out. So even though it's hard when you have like tower energy and all of these, this hard hitting energy, it forces you to figure out how to deal with things. It forces you to figure out how to succeed. It forces you to figure out who you are as a person and just know that the only way out is through. So, as hard as it may be, that's what's going to help you out. You close your ears and deny. Girl, don't do that no more. So, you said you had a dream about, yeah, that's all Mercury retrograde energy. Mercury retrograde energy. So, okay. So yeah, I had a dream about the dream that I had about somebody that I dated in high school. Okay. Someone I dated in high school. In my dream, this person was asking me why I don't talk to them anymore. I'm like, fool, I'm married. I ain't talking to you. That's what I told him in my dream. Like, I ain't talking to you. Like, sir, I'm married. So I was just like, why am I dreaming about this person? I don't dream about this person. I was like, oh, Mercury's about to retrograde. So that's what it was. Because you have to understand planetary rulerships in order to understand that. So planetary rulerships. So you had a dream about your late husband. Yeah, that's what that was. That's what that was, girl. I saw it. I saw it, Saba. That dream about that late husband. Mercury retrograde. I had you reading and searching the other day. I hope you learned something when you were reading and searching the other day. You hate dreaming about dead people. I know, honey, but sometimes we can control it, sometimes we can't. Sometimes we can't. Matter of fact, it's funny that you said that. I just thought about my stepdad who passed. Um, my stepdad passed in 2016. I thought about him yesterday. I thought about him yesterday. So it's been almost 10 years since he passed. So I thought about him yesterday. So yeah, the dredging a lot of stuff up. Well, I mean, you got to go a little bit deeper than that. But go ahead and look it up. Go ahead and look it up, Donna. Go ahead and look it up. Not go troll to make sure he wasn't checking for you. Listen, just you do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. I'm not here to, I'm just letting y'all know what it is. I'm just letting y'all know what it is. Yeah, I just, I just want y'all to know what it is. I just want y'all to know what it is. Why your ex sending that hey big head boo? Why you dreaming about people? Why the check engine light came on? Why the washing machine or the computer didn't died? Why the traffic is bad? Why are there all these accidents? Why are the flights canceled? Why are people in your, talking crazy to you? Or there's these misunderstandings, you know, and now you got to cuss somebody out or stop from cussing somebody out. I just want y'all to know what it is so that y'all won't be confused. That's exactly what it is. So we may have to check in later on at the end of this month to see if y'all survived the Mercury retrograde. And then we'll have to look at these Mercury retrograde stories because we're 2 days in and it's already acting up. We're 2 days into this official retrograde and it's already acting up and tearing people ass up. So, but anyway, what type of spells do I suggest? I would suggest work to any type of work that can keep the peace or soothe things over with people that you care about. So like, if you don't want to get into arguments and stuff like that with your husband, your wife, your kids, people at work, I would suggest sweet works like that to keep the communication open. I would also suggest protection work to protect against accidents and things like that. I would suggest success work, any type of work that you can do for success, especially on technological things, your car, your phone, your big ticket items that you probably can't replace right now. That's what I would suggest. Go back to my previous video, the one I did about Mercury retrograde earlier this year, because I talked about um the Orphic reading the Orphic hymn to Mercury is a good way to try and mitigate some of the Mercury retrograde foolishness, especially if you know you have like important planets in Mercury or an afflicted Mercury. So, um, yeah, I just bought a new phone this morning. It'll be here. My phone is about to die. It'll be here like Thursday. So hopefully everything will be fine with this brand new phone out of the box. We gonna pray. But that's what I would suggest. The Orphic hymn to Mercury, protection work, protection like over your car keys and phone and stuff, so you don't lose that. Um, works to soothe family members and those interpersonal relationships that you don't want to argue with people, stuff like that. That's what I would suggest for this month. Um, working with honey, working with sweet stuff like that. So that's what I would suggest. But yeah, I need for y'all to come roll with me. I'm about to end this video and we're gonna go on over to Q's room because we need to talk about some things that have happened in the news. So I want to switch on over I'm switching from esoteric Q to let's talk about the shit that's happening in the news Q. So when I end this video, hopefully everyone will be transported. But if not, let me go on and get this link here for you all because I just kind of feel like it won't transport, even though we supposed to transport. Uh-huh. So let me go and get this together. Let me put this link in here. So because we're about to come over here and talk about this. So because there's some things that have happened. I see a lot of news stories and there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk to you all about. So I hope y'all are ready to have the conversation. Uh so okay, so let me see what Donna said. Donna said, let me pin this to the top really quick. So y'all can meet me over there. As soon as I end this video, we're going to go over to that one. Okay, so let me see what Donna is talking about. She says, as an astrologer, when people talk about love signs, is Mars just important as a Venus sign for a future part? I mean, it really, it depends on the person. It's not just, it really depends because every person is different. It really depends on planets, houses, and everything astrological isn't like it's always going to happen and be that way because every person is different. Just like you'll have a set of twins born a minute or two apart, and they can be completely different and have completely different lives, right? Even though astrologically they're pretty much almost the same person, right? Um, so I mean, it just really depends on a number of factors. It really depends on a number of factors. And that's where you will go into like synastry charts to see like if the person, see how the person loves because everyone's love language is not the same, right? So everyone's values aren't the same. What are their values like? What are their childhood like? Your childhood years form you into the adult that you're going to be. So many things, need to see what happened with their mother, what happened with their father, what are their values, where, all these different things. So okay, so let me end this and I'm gonna see y'all over there because we gotta get into the stuff that I saw and I was just like, let's talk about it. So I love y'all. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna see y'all in a second.